My name is Becky Rich, and I am corporate attorney here at Brewer Science. And today I'm going to talk about information classification. In our business and in the world every day, there are different classes of information and different ways that you treat that information. For us, we kind of break it down into three categories. There's public information, there's proprietary or confidential information, and there's secret information. That information falls into those categories depending on what the information is, how it needs to be handled, and kind of the importance of that information. Ways to look at classes of information. If it was your own personal information, a piece of public information might be something like your name. Everybody knows your name. It's out there. There's no damage really from someone knowing your name. Proprietary or confidential, those are often used interchangeably, but that's usually something that you don't want everybody to know. In the world of personal information, that might be like your social security number, because if the wrong person got that, you could be in a world of trouble. They could steal your identity, they could do all kinds of stuff. And so you really only want to give that proprietary or confidential information to somebody that you trust, that you think will use it in the right way. And in a lot of cases, you want some sort of agreement with them that says that they promise to use it in the right way. Those might be in the form of user agreements or non-disclosure agreements or something like that. Finally, secret information is exactly what it implies. You want it to be secret. And so in the world of kind of your personal life, that may be a password to one of your accounts. You're only going to give that to someone that you really, really trust, and probably only if you have to, because once they have that, they can get into a whole bunch of stuff. And so secret information is information that you're really never going to tell anybody unless you absolutely have to, and you have a lot of trust there and you have guarantees that they're not going to misuse that information. There are different ways to handle that information to make sure that they stay in the class that you want them to stay in. So for public information, there's really no special handling for that because it's public, it's out there, pretty much anyone can see it anyway. For proprietary or confidential information, this is the kind of stuff that you want to kind of keep close to the vest. So if it was a piece of paper, you might keep it in a safe or a lockbox or a file in your house where nobody would know where it's at. And when you're done with it, you might want to shred it or get rid of it in some way that nobody else could come behind you and kind of find it. For secret information, that's even more secret. So, that may be in the safe that only you have the key to. It may just be in your brain so that no one else can find it or ever know it. And again, when you're done with that information, you usually want to totally get rid of it. Burn it, shred it, delete it. Make sure that nobody that you don't want getting that information is going to come along later and find it. Also, when handling information, when you do have to share, think about why you're sharing it, because that's going to help you determine whether or not you should be sharing it. So for proprietary or confidential or even secret information, ask yourself some questions before you just go giving your information out there. So think about, why does the other party that you're going to give the information to need it? Is it something they need or is it something that they don't need? Think about what benefit you're going to get out of this. Is it worth disclosing the information to them? Think about what recourse you'd have if they misused your information. Like I said earlier, for proprietary or confidential or secret information, you really only want to disclose that if you have a level of trust with whoever you're giving that information to, whether it's somebody in your family or somebody within your business or somebody in the government or some other agency that has an obligation to keep that secret. Think about what you could do if they misused that information. Would you be able to show that they knew they were supposed to keep it secret? Or did you just give them the information with no expectations? Would you be able to sue them for breach of contract because you had a non-disclosure agreement and they disclosed the information when they weren't supposed to? So those are just some things to think about when deciding how to handle information and when you might want to give that information out. Whether it's your personal information or whether it's business information, there's definitely different classes and different ways you want to treat that information. So regardless of what it is, think before you hand information out to make sure that it's something that's needed and that it's something that you're going to be protected when you gave that information out.